do the thing. Oh my goodness. As we get started here, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon. Hello from Virginia. Thank you for starting to boop that screen so we can get started today. That's not the right goal for the day. Hi, Justin. Thank you for sending your daily heart me. That also helps push us onto the algorithm so that we can try and have some conversations today. Hello, Maddie from Texas. So we can get started here. I will start having conversations at 2,000 likes. So if you guys could move that along, I would really appreciate it so that we can start our day, start our Wednesday. We can talk about how that's what we were talking about in Olive's Live. If you've come from Olive's Live, hi Josiah. We can talk about how Kash Patel is sitting in front of the House committee, right? He was in front of the Senate yesterday. Now he's in front of the House. I just don't see where we're finding that the competence for him to be in charge of what he's in charge of. Yeah. Hi, Chris. He's lying about what's going on with e-files because he's lying for his president because he sees loyalty instead of transparency to the American people when he should be transparent for the American people. Hi, Becca. Hi, lady. I don't see what this 79-year-old man is doing that is so beneficial for the American people, other than something that you think is social issues. So it's going to be the isms, right? What's he doing for your pocketbooks? What's he doing to make sure you can put food on your table? How's he helping you in that way? We're going to get my backup account set up here, please. Okay, if you guys are not following that account, I would really, really appreciate it if you did so. We are still trying to get that. Hi, Leah. Leah, I remembered. I got my backup account. Still trying to get that up to 1,000 followers. That would be great. Sounds like I relay on the government. I relay on it. No, I do get SNAP benefits and I do get Medicaid because my husband works, and so we pay taxes into that system to be able to receive those benefits to help with my children. Yeah, so that's something that we do.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
54, and I live in Crap, California.
All right, I appreciate that. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Well, I used to be a Democrat. I voted for Obama, and just through the course of the last couple of years, I've just seen a dramatic change in the party, and I think that they've become kind of the party of death and violence, and we're seeing that play out every day.
I mean, I think that both parties are parties of violence in a way.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
How is the right not violent?
Yeah, well, I'm whenever there's like for example, just this Charlie Kirk scenario
Sure.
is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. When
Mm,
when you piss off a Democrat, you get
he's not a
riots. And
Democrat.
again, when you piss off Democrats, you get riots. When you piss
He's
off a Republican, you get prayer vigils. That's the difference.
Yeah, and you get no reform for the children that are mass unaliving in schools. You get
Well,
thoughts and
yeah,
prayers, and our
but
children keep dying.
if
Even Kirk said that deaths are worth it to keep the
you
Second
don't care,
Amendment.
and that's the thing.
Mhm.
I don't see Democrats giving a shit about people, and I can
How?
give really good examples of
Sure.
that. Yeah, so first of all, I guarantee you you're pro-choice. So that means you don't give a
Hmm.
shit about babies in the womb.
Oh, I
And two,
do. I just
no,
don't
you
give
don't.
them moral
Yeah.
consideration until a certain point.
Yeah, I know. You're bigoted, right?
How is
You're
that
bigoted.
bigoted?
Sure, because you're devaluing a human being based off of
No.
the stage of
Do you
development and a trait.
no? Do you believe in the death penalty?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So at least you're consistent on the board. I don't
Right.
care. I just don't
Exactly.
care.
I know
I
you don't.
I
Yeah,
I
you don't care
care
about
at a
human.
certain point, but
Exactly.
then you can
No, no, no,
still
no.
get. I
You
care at a.
said it. Stop there. You said you didn't
I
care.
care at a
That's
certain
proof.
point. I just don't care before they can have sentient experience. After they can have sentient experience, then we talk about the different aspects of how you have an abortion. You can still have one, you just have them differently. And that's fine, right? But you have a party on the right who threw an entire hissy fit that went to the Capitol because their president lost an election. You had BOMB threats to Obama's house. You had a kidnapping scheme for Gretchen Whitmer. You had somebody try to set fire to Governor Shapiro's governor's mansion. You had two Republicans try to
We
unalive
don't
the
give a shit about
president.
your whataboutism. We don't care.
Oh, so you don't care about violence on the right. Got it. Okay.
Well, let's focus here.
No, you said there is no violence on the right. I just
Well,
gave
I
you
can prove that you're
examples.
bigoted. I know
I
you
just
want to
gave you
gallop and
examples
pivot.
of I don't
You're just
care. I
bigoted.
don't care that you want to control women's bodies. You
Yeah,
don't have a
just
uterus.
pivot.
I could give a fuck less what you
Well, you're a
think
bigot.
about when it comes
You're a
to
bigot,
how
and I can
how am
prove
I a
it.
bigot?
Well, answer my simple question: Is skin color a biological human trait? Yes or no?
Sure, because phenotypes.
Okay.
Sure.
Is having a higher rationale, your brain, also a trait?
No.
No. Oh, really? You should probably Google that since you don't know
Where do you find
definition.
stats on that?
Well, yeah, having
Because are
a
you trying to say
bio.
that black people are what? Why are you
No,
talking about
I'm
skin color?
saying that you're bigoted because you're devaluing a baby based off of a human trait, just like Schmittler and the slavers.
No.
Yeah. Okay, then you should probably
It
look up what the
doesn't.
word trait.
It doesn't have sentient experience yet. Once it
Right. That's a
does,
trait.
once
That's a
it does,
trait.
it's not a
That's
trait.
a trait.
Being capable of sentient experience.
Yeah, that's a
So
human
then,
trait.
do you fight this hard for when people unplug brain unalived people? Do you
No,
fight this hard?
because it can't have a survivable life if your
Oh,
if you have
who
if your
said that?
brain is unalive.
Olive. God. W. Olive.
Nope, ain't having that. Nope. Judge goes around, thinks he knows what he's talking about. Judge
He
thinks
obviously
he's been on this
doesn't.
once in a while. Nope,
He's
he
not
gets dog
smart.
walked by Manny on a regular basis for immigration.
Anyway, you guys, I would like to talk about why you're still supporting Trump.
Get that mad about it? Hashtag blame Olive.
Mark, how are you today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
Hell no.
Okay, well, I appreciate you. I am looking to speak to Trump supporters today. W. Mark. You guys, welcome in. Let's try to boop that screen up to 10,000 likes while we're sitting here. There's 400 of you in here. I appreciate you being in here on this wonderful Wednesday. Let's get to having these conversations. Again, we have to move forward at some point, and we can't do that if we keep hating each other. So we have to understand that. But if you're going to flat out deny that there's violence on the right, I don't know what to tell you about that.
Can you give me an instance of the violence on the right?
Can you get out of the fishbowl that you're in first?
I was just about to say, get to the same zip code as your microphone, and then maybe the conversation can occur. Are you connected to Bluetooth? Thank you, Hurricane. Is he calling from 1967?
Is that better?
Yes, that's much better.
We can actually hear you.
Okay, so what violence are you referring to that's on the right?
I gave examples. There was a BOMB threat against Obama. There was the kidnapping
When was
scheme
that?
for Gretchen
Hold on, when was
Whitmer.
that?
There was the
Hold on, let's go one by one. When was the BOMB threat on Obama? When was that?
Let me look. It's been a while, obviously.
Yeah, wow. We have liberal cities burning to the ground as we speak.
What liberal city burned to the ground? I haven't seen this in the news.
A lot of the
LA's
liberal
still on
cities,
fire. New York's on fire.
It's on
York's
fire?
Chicago's
It's on
on fire.
fire? Where is it on fire?
Chicago's
I would love
All
to see
liberal
evidence.
cities are
I would
on
love to see
fire
evidence
right
of it being on fire, please. That would be great. Would love to see
now.
that.
It's all over your media.
It's not. What media?
All of it.
No.
Yeah.
There's
LA
been
is
no
on
clip.
fire.
There's been no
LA's
clips
not on
of LA
fire?
on fire.
LA's not on fire right now.
If you mean wildfires, that has nothing to do with Democratic policies.
No, the city of LA protesters
It's on
are burning
fire?
it. Yeah, protesters.
Show
ICE
me where. I would love to
protesters
see
are
that.
burning it
As of yesterday's news, I would love to see that.
as of yesterday. Okay, show me anything of right violence as
Wait,
of
wait,
last
no, no,
I
no.
just
pause.
did. The 2018.
5 years.
Excuse me.
Within
Okay,
the last
yes.
5
Okay.
years.
The
Yeah.
kidnapping scheme on Gretchen Whitmer.
Who did that?
A bunch of Republicans.
A bunch of
Who?
Republicans.
Name who? Who did it?
Oh my God.
Why don't you check your media? It's everywhere,
why
boo
don't
boo.
you check?
It was
Because your
everywhere. It was everywhere on
misinformation
the
is
media.
getting
Why didn't you
nowhere.
check
Because you
it?
don't have facts.
Why didn't you check it? In 2020, a group of men
By the
motivated by
way,
anger over
2020, that's
COVID-19
five-
restrictions conspired to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen
That's 5
Whitmer from
years
her
ago.
vacation home. But the
Oh,
FBI
no.
got them.
Also, while we're at it, elaborate the last two numbers in your username.
That's the year I was born, sweetheart.
No,
You should probably change your
You
name.
should change
No,
your
I
name.
won't, because
No,
you guys
so
are.
you're just a schnazi. Got it. Cool. Noted. All Trump supporters are schnazis.
That's real. You
Yep.
guys can't.
I don't speak to schnazis.
Okay, so
This is why
the
Charlie
men.
got killed,
Hold on.
because you
Be
guys
quiet.
can't take
Hold on.
facts.
Be quiet. They called themselves the Wolverine Watchmen. They were co-founded by Pete Musico and Joseph Morrison. They had ties to the Boogaloo movement. That is the right. Congratulations. There you go.
When was that?
That was in 2020.
Oh, so 5 years ago. Okay. How many of the shooters, the SHOOTERs, have been transgender in the last year?
In the last
How
year,
many?
we don't know how
Yes.
many.
Oh,
How many?
all of them.
No.
No.
Are you fucking
Oh,
kidding
yeah?
me?
Hello.
Name one instance where it's not.
Evergreen High School was
Evergreen
a
High
16-year-old
School.
man, was a
High
16-year-old
school
boy.
was a transgender.
Evergreen High School in Colorado, I live here, motherfucker, was a 16-year-old who was
Is it transgender?
radicalized by anti-Semitism and right-wing
Wrong.
ideology. That has been
So-
proven.
Someone with the last two
False.
numbers in his username is a Schnazi sympathizer, also a transphobic,
Evergreen
homophobic bigot.
High School.
Huh.
Evergreen
This tracks.
High School shooting. It happened the same day as your guys' Lord and Savior, so I know that you're having a hard time understanding that, but it happened the exact
Why
same
Charlie
day.
got killed is because you guys can't handle facts and you just dispute it with rhetoric.
I didn't shoot
That's
him.
not even true.
I didn't shoot him.
I didn't pull the trigger.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you
fucking-
basically did.
No,
You're okay with it though, right?
I went all the way to
okay with
Utah
this.
and I did that. I didn't do that shit.
I don't live in Utah. I'm not close to Utah.
No,
I
you
don't,
support
I don't,
transgenders
I don't,
that are
I
shooting
don't, I don't.
everyone.
So the
Who
perpetrator.
is a transgender person who shot someone? Because the shooter in Utah is not transgender.
He's a cis white man.
His girlfriend-
is the perpetrator.
No, we don't know that
No.
either.
Why-
Actually,
why does the roommate matter?
His
Hold on.
girlfriend
and
did.
what would that
With
matter? Because they
messages.
didn't know anything about it. Did you read the text messages that were revealed? Did you read that?
Yeah, I've read
They had
all
no
of it.
clue what was
watched
What
going
did, and what did
everything on
what did
it.
the roommate say?
You guys
What did the roommate
obviously
say?
are. You don't know
What did
shit.
the roommate?
You guys,
What did I know? You hate people that you don't understand. You probably actually search for it
I
on
don't shoot
Pornhub.
them
I'm
though,
aware.
like the left
But-
does.
Why? No.
left-
Why?
No, I'm not gonna have it. At the end of the day, the roommate has nothing to do with what's going
No,
on.
but I don't have a problem having that conversation. But he wasn't going to calm down to be able to have that conversation.
No, once I called out the 88 in his username, I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm not
The
doing it.
roommate, even in the text messages, said, "Did you do this?" They had no knowledge of this. What did that matter? All you guys are telling me. So RTP went on Steve's this morning, and he did a great conversation about this. What we found out about the shooter is that he wasn't radicalized by the right or the left. He was a person who probably had somebody in his life he cared about who was being harmed by this administration and by this rhetoric, and he decided to do something about that. He should not have done that. He should not have picked up a gun and unalived Charlie Kirk. That should not have happened. But that's probably what happened, is that he was just a person who felt like somebody he cared about was being harmed.
Mhm.
All that we have had revealed is that he believed in pro-LGBTQ. All that means is he thought that people had the right to exist. So what you're telling me is there's no room for them to exist on the right. Got it. That's what you're telling me.
Then that's
You
when we
guys,
have.
friendlies,
go
hold
ahead.
on, Olive. Friendlies, I love you all. I understand we've gone down rabbit holes trying to search. What we're not going to do is be like the right and go down rabbit holes of conspiracy theory that we don't have any proof of because we don't have the evidence of because the case is still ongoing. All we know is that somebody unalived someone, okay? And he had supposedly a intimate relationship with somebody who was male, okay? And he was pro-LGBTQ. We don't know that he was a groyper. We don't know that. He had said he's a fucking internet troll. That doesn't mean he's a groiper. We don't know that for sure. I would like it if we would stop spreading it around until we have proof. We do not have proof from the AG or from the Utah FBI. Your guys' proof is stuff that you've researched because we know. Once it's true, I have no problem saying it, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We don't know that.
Well,
We don't know that.
not even to mention the fact that the biggest thing that we should all address is the roommate wasn't the one who pulled the trigger. The
Correct.
roommate is not the person who is of focus right now.
Correct. Hi, Audie. Yes, partners.
I also wanted, for the point of clarification, is the original reporters who said that the roommate was trans looked at them and then proclaimed they were,
Right.
because they were male and feminine kind of presenting.
Mhm.
They have not said one way or the other. They have not identified in any way. In fact, they're not working with reporters. They're working with the FBI.
Right.
They're being a responsible party in this. So everybody who's trying to demonize anybody in the LGBTQ is just coming up with their own conspiracy theories about it all.
Correct. What I will say is that we have to look into the idea of how Tyler Robinson was raised in the household he was raised in. We have those conversations all the time with people within the LGBTQ who are raised in very conservative households. But in Utah, it's a little bit different because everything is surrounded by your church. Everything is surrounded by the church. So what was he dealing with internally and possibly wrestling with internally because of how he was raised and a sense of shame and things like that? We have to find that out. But if he believed in the rights of the LGBTQ, had nothing to do with the fact that he also did something heinous and took a gun and unalived somebody. And that's not okay, but it has nothing to do with the community.
Well, and again, people don't look into the fact that we are actively having conversations with HB 128 that was put into place in Utah that changed gun regulation and gun control and stuff like that in Utah that allowed people to carry firearms onto campus. So,
Correct. J-Ro, how are you today?
Good. How are you guys?
Make a work call.
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Trump? Thank you,
Yes, I
Parkers.
did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
39, Pennsylvania.
All right, I appreciate that. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I think he's doing a great job.
With what?
Everything.
Name
Like
one thing, we can
that.
talk about it.
I was just wondering, what were you guys saying that
No,
So
name
what do
one
you-
thing he's doing that's good and we can talk about it.
yep.
I was just joining the convo.
The conversation
That was a
is about
previous
why you're
convo.
supporting
I like
Trump.
to start fresh every single time there's a new guest. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I already told you because he's doing a great job.
With what?
Any of my opinions are going to not agree with yours. So
With
what's the
what? We
point?
can talk about it. That's what the discussion is.
Immigration.
Okay, how's he doing good with immigration?
Well, he didn't let a million people in. We're getting the people out.
Okay, and why do immigrants bother you?
Illegal immigrants should not
According to
get
what?
handed
What
to
makes them
them
illegal?
able to stay here.
What makes them
guys.
illegal?
Coming across with no documents, not going into
That's
the
not true.
their
What law says
visas
that?
and staying up with their standards.
What law
true.
says that you can't cross the border without documentation?
You face the consequence of deportation.
That's not a
Just
law.
say you don't know. It's okay to say you don't know.
You do know you face the consequence of deportation when you illegally enter the
Under
United
what
don't.
law?
States.
Under
Under
what
what
law?
law?
Google it, guys. If that's what
You think we haven't
use.
looked at this?
Do
I
it
do this
right
as a job.
now.
You think I haven't looked?
Do it now. Yep.
Deportation is
You
not
face
is not
a
the punishment.
consequence. So there's a difference.
Deportation is not the
when you're a citizen,
deportation is not the consequence for entering
you
improperly.
may face. Did I not
Oh,
say you may face?
So you don't. Okay. So then you
But
would
here,
have to
let me
go
tell you
through
a
due
difference,
process
okay?
for deportation,
I'm a
correct?
citizen,
So am I.
but you
And that
use
means nothing. And I know the law. You don't know the law.
Exactly,
Can you
right?
cite the law, J-Row?
explain if you're a
No.
citizen.
I would like
right?
to no, I would like you to know the law.
Have different consequences as a citizen. Okay.
No, you don't. If you
so
commit
you use the example
no,
of running a stop
no. Let's be very clear on
Give
something
an
because the
example.
law says persons versus citizens. So if anybody, any person, whether a tourist, whether an undocumented immigrant, or a U.S. citizen commits any sort of crime that violates U.S. law, they have to be convicted of that crime and they serve it here. Don't know if you know that. Immigrants who commit schmurder here serve their time here first, then they go through separate deportation hearings. Congratulations,
So
you've learned
think
something about the
people who come
law.
across illegally.
They do.
Okay, so exactly, that's an illegal
How do you
person.
prove they're
Why should they be able
illegal?
to
Just
stay?
say
No,
exactly.
no,
How do you
no,
prove they're
no.
illegal?
That's not the gotcha you think you got.
It's not.
So you know the unfortunate woman who
Yes.
lost her.
Hello.
No,
Why
it's
do you
no
think we wanted the
J-Ro,
wall?
J-Ro. So fun
How do you
fact,
prove
right?
it's illegal?
I know a lot of people don't like her name being said, but Lakeland Riley's perpetrator,
Riley, yeah.
Laken Riley's perpetrator, who unfortunately, who lost her life due to a undocumented individual. Do you want to know where he is right now, J-Ro?
What are you even talking about? I don't even understand what you're saying.
I know you don't.
This isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about
This is
illegal.
exactly because you
You
guys
don't
want to
know
talk.
what. Hold on, because you don't know what makes it legal
Why are
or
you
illegal.
okay with illegal staying?
What makes it illegal?
Entering? You just said it.
According
Entering
to what law?
illegally, entering
No.
through the border without any documents,
Nope.
sneaking across.
Nope.
Why did we want a wall?
Because you guys are stupid and don't understand that walls don't work.
Because people come in illegally. If you don't know that people sneak across the border, you
I'll
are
give it-
just
you know what?
being dim.
Okay, let's all be very clear. J-Ro doesn't know the fucking law. So people come in illegally. Why is that bad?
Again,
Why
if
is
you
that
are
bad? Why is that
granted
bad?
visas,
Why is
you
that
know
bad?
you have to keep up with your
Why
visa
is that bad
and
for
green
people to
cards,
go
right?
through illegally?
So do you know people don't keep up and then they are considered illegal?
Yeah, and then they know where they are and they can find them and deport them.
So
because
those
they
are
have their
considered
address off of
illegal.
their visa information.
Yes, you named it. You wanted to know what illegal is. I just told you.
No,
Two
you didn't. That's
different-
one version.
ones
That is an
sneak
overstate. You think
across.
that's the only one? You think overstate visa is the only kind of illegal immigration? J-Ro, you literally don't know
I
anything
had
about
to.
this,
If
which
you-
isn't shocking at all. But I just need you to understand, okay, that you could look this up and read about it. And I need you to answer the question about why, even if they are coming in illegally, why is that a negative?
Do you know how much money we spend on illegals?
Ooh, how much? I would love to see that.
Who's
How much?
coming in?
How much?
Wait, do you think they're
How
all
much?
angels coming in?
How much?
Do you think all angels are coming in, guys?
No,
You
I didn't
really
say that.
think
How
all
much
these
money do we
people are
spend on them?
angels?
How much money? How much money do we
More
spend
than
on them?
they contribute, because that's going to be your
How
next
much money
thing.
do they?
Yep,
How much money do we spend on them?
More than they pay in
J-Ro,
taxes.
how much
Anything.
money do we
Yep.
spend on them?
Well, California spent, let me think, $12 billion.
That's state taxes.
on
I'm asking about
healthcare.
federal.
On
State taxes.
healthcare.
Do you believe in
So
states'
there you
rights?
go. Do you know how
Do you
much
believe
we
in states'
spent?
rights, J-Ro? J-Ro, do you believe in states'
Why
rights?
topics? Because you can't
Do
prove
you
me wrong.
you won't
It's
answer my
great.
fucking questions. Hey, white bitch, pay attention. I'm fucking sick of y'all ranting because you listen to Fox News every day. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. You need to be smarter than this. You can be smarter than this. He thinks you're fucking stupid. He said smart people don't like me. Don't prove him right. Don't fucking prove him right. Smart people don't like me because y'all are dumb as fuck. I need you, okay? I need you to show me federally where we are spending more money on them than they are bringing in. If you believe in states' rights the way y'all fucking say you do, you don't care what California does with their state money. So then federally, show me where we're spending more on them than they're bringing in.
Questions you gonna fly through? I thought we were talking about illegals.
Answer one.
Ask you one
Answer
fucking
one.
question. Look, I understand you can't comprehend this because your mind is so infiltrated
I'm
with
dumb.
Fox News talking points as a dumb white woman. But I think what you need to do is you need to educate yourself. You're the sole reason why we're stuck in this predicament. White women are the problem.
Hey, deportation for you. Capitalism says bye. I'm done with it. I am done with the idiocracy of y'all repeating talking points without any pushback. Y'all want to get through your fucking script and say some bullshit, but you have no facts to back it up. I want to talk about fact by fact by fact. And we can have those conversations.
Also, to those talking about 1325 within the Title 8 code, which is our immigration law, 1325 is not a deportable offense. That is a
Correct.
civil offense.
Peabody, it was definitely like white Zinfandel.
I was going to say like probably weird fruit flavored wine.
Not fruit flavored. I asked 10 questions. She couldn't answer one. She wouldn't answer one. I asked her, the first question I asked her is, what policy is he doing good on? She finally got to immigration after she said all of them. And then she can't tell me what makes it illegal. She doesn't know. Okay? I want to have conversations, but you're not going to speak over me. It's not going to happen. W Blue, by the way. You're not coming back up, J-Ro. That's how capitalism works. You're done for the day. You can come back tomorrow. Boone's Farm is crazy. KM, how are you today?
Good. How are y'all?
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
I sure did.
All right. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
28 in Alabama.
All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I support him because I align more with what people that are more right-sided leaning.
Like what?
on a lot of things. I think a lot of people that I talk to are able to look at the full picture. For example, like I can see what our party does wrong. I can see the extremists in our party and look at that.
Why
and
are
be
you
like,
still supporting Trump? Don't fluff it around.
Yeah.
Why are you still
Why,
supporting
like
Trump?
what? Like what policy? What are you supporting?
Give specifics.
Olive got your tongue? I know you can talk. You were just talking a few seconds ago. Oh, look
Okay.
at that.
Yes, I know you wanna flip. We don't agree with everything he does, but we agree with enough of it to not care about listening and reading anything else. Cool. Got it. You guys keep booping that screen. Let's get up to 25,000 likes while we're sitting here. I would appreciate it. We only have 4 shares. Let's try to get that up to 10. I do have my daily goal, like I always get, and we are going to restart because I knew that was going to happen because I went off. So we'll be right back.